16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. On play action, May. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And a short gain down to about the 33. You look at this Steeler defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's 3rd and 6. To the air, May.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on.
The first carry now. This is Johnson.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Roll. Cowboy 80. Steady.
Handoff left for Johnson.
And they'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Panther 11. Trap 60.
Back to throw. McLean. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up the field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys.
A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Kent to return. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, look and repeat that, Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Let's go now. Go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
79 Broncos.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have
have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Steelers at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third down and 10.
Cut 19, Viking, 8-6, Warriors, 70.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Loose inside the 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Going to be taken in here by Nakula. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Throwing here is May. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
Hold ready.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They give to Johnson going right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That is caught. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
They go to Johnson again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goal press.
Off the play fake. Here's May. And a short pass pulled in by Washington.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Yeah, good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Left side, it's complete. Touchdown, L.A.
Puka Nacua
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Rams are able to move back in front.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be taken in the end zone and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McClain.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but It did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch him flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch him off guard. But that's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. 3rd down and 13. They'll throw with May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Ready?
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. So after the loss of a yard, they look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. McClain. Short one there to Fryermuth.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will have the Steelers' first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9.
Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. McClain. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try.
A 59-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Off the bootleg. McLean.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 11 more on that one and another first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They toss it out right to Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready,
Open man is Tipton. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Johnson running right. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll run on first down with Wright.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Looking to throw. May. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. McLean.
Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
16 yards. And the Rams first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
May looking to run.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second in a couple.
They'll give this to Wright, running right.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Wright.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's May. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Play action. May.
Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Puka Nacua
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
159 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Here we go, Panther Street, Panther Street.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Go! 70, hot 70. Lion.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jalen Warren with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now.
17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now in good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for him, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the 21, here's second and a couple.
Ready.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
198 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
At the 7-yard line.
Cougar 19, back to 60. Crack all 80. Go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
From the shotgun, it's May.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Johnson.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
19 seconds.
Warren will try the right side.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams 15.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They give to Johnson going right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. McLean. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. From the gun, it's made. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Ready? 70 Lions.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Now
When you're the